We got a big kick out of the race cars at this year's Goodwood Festival of Speed, but seeing multi-million-dollar super and hypercars charging up the hill was fairly breathtaking. Here are our favorite supercars we found at the 2017 Goodwood Festival of Speed. 2014 Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG Black Series. The new Mercedes-AMG GT-R is currently generating all the buzz, but don't let that overshadow the bygone SLS. For a few years, the gull-winged SLS was the hottest car to escape from Germany, especially in Black Series configuration. Reserved for the most track-ready hardcore variants, the Black Series badge on the SLS meant power jumped to a mighty 622 HP and 468 lb-ft of torque, enough twist to propel the SLS Black to 60 miles per hour in 3.5 seconds and capable of a top speed capped at 196 miles per hour. Of course, this extra power was managed by a suite of weapons-grade hardware, including an all-new adaptive suspension, carbon ceramic brakes, and impressive aerodynamics. 2018 Lamborghini Huracan Performante. We're going to end this list with the current king of the ring, the best Sant'Agata's got to offer. Coated in the requisite bright green paint, the Huracan Performante looked the business as it chased down Big Brother Aventador S and Centenario up the hill climb. Like all other track day specials, the Performante leans out and bulks up, the 5.2-liter V10 engine now spitting out 631 HP and 443 lb-ft of torque. Power is sent to all four wheels through a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission. Thanks to vicious acceleration, hunkered-down adaptive chassis, and trick-active aerodynamics, the Performante famously stormed the Nürburgring in 6:52.1, beating out its Porsche 918 Spider corporate cousin. Koenigsegg Agera Ars Nerea. Aside from the CC8S we saw at the Cartier lawn, the wonderful Nerea was the only other car in attendance from the Swedish hypercar peddler. This was the first Agera Ars federalized for the European market, and includes a heap of bespoke touches that make this one of the most excessive cars in existence. Aside from the 5.0-liter twin-turbocharged V8 producing 1,160 HP and 944 lb-ft of torque, the car is draped in blue carbon fiber. We don't mean carbon fiber panels that have been painted blue, but carbon fiber weave that has azure strands woven into the pattern. See all of those gold accents? That's actual, real deal gold. It took a specialist 2 weeks to incorporate those features. Nerea was never run up the hill, but we'd imagine it would have been one of the fastest cars of the weekend. Lamborghini Centenario. This was a rare treat. The 40 Centenario owners are unlikely to drive their new garage art with the ferocity seen here, so hearing the 6.5-liter V12 at full chat was chilling. This is Lamborghini's limited edition happy birthday salute to its founder, who would have been 100 years old in 2016. Though, it must be said there wasn't much differentiating the Centenario's whale from the accompanying Aventador S. Underneath all that fancy carbon fiber bodywork, the Centenario rides on the same platform and uses the same drivetrain as the Aventador, much like the hyper-limited Veneno. McLaren 570 Spider. We're big fans of the McLaren 570s, going so far as to name it one of our all-stars for 2016. So when we saw the new Targetop 570s Spider in motion at Goodwood, we were unable to keep it off our list of favorites. It's such an attractive package. For just over $200,000, you get the same familiar 3.8-liter twin-turbocharged V8 engine, returning a 0 to 60 sprint of 3.1 seconds and a top speed of 204 miles per hour. All this for not much more than a Porsche 911 Turbo S Cabriolet, while offering better styling, driving dynamics, and exhaust note. Pagani Huayra BC. Rich folk are never satisfied. Sure, the 720 HP Huayra is fast, but for some, it wasn't enough. To keep this well-moneyed crowd satisfied, the Huayra was offered in a new BC spec, ramping up power and torque from the 6.0-liter AMG-sourced twin-turbo V12 to 740 HP and 810 lb-ft of torque. The BC sways less than the regular Huayra, too. Through the use of a new carbon fiber formula, Spartan interior, lightweight wheels, and lighter exhaust system, the car sheds 291 pounds. A heavily revised aerodynamic profile helps keep things stable, as does the massive rear wing. If this seems like the perfect upgrade to your Zonda gathering dust in your villa stable, tough luck, it's completely sold out. Zenvo TSR. As easy Pagani and Koenigsegg make it seem, it's actually incredibly difficult for small, boutique supercar manufacturers to stick around past the conceptual phase. Danish manufacturer Zenvo has managed to remain in business for going on 13 years now, with the prototype of the first car, the ST1, built in 2009. Now, a few years later and after a handful of sales, Zenvo will build you a track-only hypercar called the TSR seen here. Power comes from a 6.8-liter twin-charged V8, producing a monumental 1,104 HP and 1,050 lb-ft of torque. Performance is still spectacular, taking just 3.0 seconds to crack 62 miles per hour and a top speed reaching up to 233 miles per hour.